So start.
Yeah, we start now. Okay. Sorry for the. I don't think we need the mic. Thank you. Yeah, sorry for the. Ah, okay. Yeah, sorry then for the technical complications. Okay, so we're just gonna have a little presentation about ourselves, what we do, ask you some questions to do, you know. Please.
So my name is Om Prakash. As we spoke a lot before. So I'm from India. Northern west part of India. There is a lot of desert area. Desert area. There is no water. But where I living, there is a mountain as well. So I think able to I don't use this. So that
Yes. You can say it in Dutch, and I think your teacher, anyone who speaks Dutch and English, can translate. Just let him. Let him. You don't know. That's fine. Okay. Well, 5% answered no. Who here answered no, that they can't make a difference without education? Who answered no? Did anyone answer no? Okay. Only one answered no. Okay. Well, we can move on to the next question then. How does education contribute to sustainable development, world peace, and the fights to end all forms of violence everywhere? Take your time, read the question, and you can submit your answer. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, of course, it's no worries. Okay. Yeah, of course.
Goedenavond. Is that did I say that right? I tried. Okay, let me try another one. Hoe gaat het? Hoe gaat het? Goed. And that means how are you, right? Okay. So are you guys doing okay? Good. My name is Ibrahim Keita, and the question I just wanted to explain the question. So, have you guys heard about the Sustainable Development Goals, like the UN 6016 goals? They talk about education, climate change, right? So the question is basically to say, how do we make those things sustainable? Like sustainable as in like long term, like now and the future, right? It goes from Mohammed when he spoke earlier about conflict in wars in other places. So how education brings that to an end, and then forms of violence. You know, we have violence take different form. So like physical violence, sexual violence. So how education ends that, right? Bullying, exactly, right? Like bullying. Yeah. So yeah, that's why. So how education can help bring about all of this? That's the question.
Okay, you said no. Do you care to explain yourself? You can say it in Dutch and we can get translation. Someone. Okay, good, good. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Mm. Okay. It's because do you feel that they don't teach you the things you want to learn? Okay. Huh? Ah, math. Okay. 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 So you think it's better to include other things about life in the school, you know? Do you think so? Does everyone agree as well? Okay. Who disagree with the statement that we had today? Like that no, education is important even as it is right now. Does anyone agree that education is important as it is right now? Yes? Yes? Okay. Do you want to explain yourself? Do you want to explain why do you think so? Ah, okay. But that's good. That's good. And I think Om can also speak about that as well. I think education, like guys, I'm just have to say this. We flew from very far away. Om from India, you from the US, South Africa, and I'm from Mexico. We flew all the way here to give you this workshop. So let's just please try to, keep it chill and try to be as, we're here for this 10 minutes to try to give you this workshop. So let's try to keep it quiet and or talk to each other or we can all be together, okay? So I think, yes, I agree with both. Like education as it is, there's many things that I think could be changed, that can be included, and we will cover that actually topic in a while ago, that State of Youth helps with. And yes, of course, education as it is now, it is extremely important as well, because it teaches people a lot of skills that they can use when they grow up. That's why, so appreciate it that you have it as it is, but there's always a space for improvement. So I think both answers works perfectly. Okay? Does anyone have anything else to comment on this question? Okay. You want to take the next question? Okay. So, how can young change makers contribute to the education of other young people? So, how can we, us here who came from far away, contribute to the education of others, to your education? How can we help you? How can you think that we can help you?
Oh, hello. Another way is how can you help each other get an education? Forget about us, right? How can you help each other? Like how can you help the person next to you?
think the next part it's talking about the state of youth
Okay.
because you've actually did the state.
Yeah,
of youth.
yeah, okay. Was it this question?
There's no questions.
Oh, there's no
You
question.
just talk about the state of youth.
Oh, state of youth.
And just bring it back to like how it can teach them other things. Or you want me to?
Yes, I'll do it.
Huh?
I'll do it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
because I'm getting angry.
It's alright. Hello. How do you say attention, please, in Dutch? Huh? Aandacht. 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 See, my Dutch is good. There's a workshop on education, so I'm getting some education here, right? You have a question? Wait, is that me? Whoa. So, what was the last question? Okay, yeah. How can young change makers contribute to education for us? So anybody has an answer? You want to throw it out there? So if you don't understand the question, right? It says, imagine, what's your name? David. With D. Davy. Yeah, Davy. Imagine Davy has some education. What's your name? Simon. Oh, Timon.
Yeah.
Imagine Davy and Timon, they are friends. Davy wants to teach Timon. How will he do that? So imagine you want to teach your friends some education, some knowledge. You want to pass some information on to them. How will you do it? Will you have conversation with them? Will you befriend them first? Like you go and be like, hey, my name is Davy, and I want to let you know. So that's what the question's about. So you guys have any responses, any answers? Really? So I'm assuming you people go to the same school? You don't help each other to do assignments? Like when you leave home, you call your friend, you like, hey, what's the question mean? You do it, right? Yeah. Tell me, how do you do it? That's what I want. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, and give you the answers. Understand. So you have a conversation, right? Like dialogue. So that's one way to pass knowledge, right? How about if he explains something to you, you still don't understand? What else can you ask for? You can say maybe write it down, right? Or draw it so I can see it, right? So me, I'm a visual learner. So visual learner means I can listen to audio, right? And I can see graphs. So when I go to school in the US, but I'm from Liberia. When I first went to the US, I said I wanted to do mathematics and physics, right? Later on, I realized that mathematics was too hard. I was like, it's hard. I can't do it. I was like, I'll do physics. But you need to do small math before you do physics, right? So what I did was, I was like, okay, I didn't do physics in high school. I used to look at drawings or watch YouTube. You guys go on YouTube, right? Sometimes you have some assignments, it's not in a book, you look it up, right? So that's another way, so that you can draw, right? So that was the last question. My colleagues have asked me to talk about something called state of youth, right? And the idea of state of youth. Oh. Sorry. Okay, so this is the point, before I even talk about state of youth, this is where you guys talk to us. You people like to talk, right? In my country, children, they talk too much. So you people need to talk today. Today is your day. How do you say today is your day? In Dutch? Dagdag. Huh? Vandaag is jouw dag. Vandaag is jouw dag. Right? So today is your day. Today is the day you get to talk. Forget about us. You see all these people here? we think of us today as nobody. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have school in your country?
How long I was in my country?
No, how long do you have school until you go to work?
I don't work. I just go to school. Oh,
How to school takes?
now I'm in university, so college. I did 4 years. I go to school in the U.S. and then U.S. is the United States, and then I do by senior year. I add 1 more year to do my master's. So now I'm 5 years. If I'm done 5 years, I pack my bag. I come home. Huh? Yeah. So what's your name? Noah. Chinoa. Okay. What's your name?
Floris.
Flourish. Davy, Timon, Flourish, Chinoa. I'm trying to remember people's names. Yeah. Yeah. What's your question? Good question. What state? You know what? I want education question, like, but no problem. I will talk about my state. I'm from Connecticut, but I'm not American. No, I'm not American. Sarah is American, so she can tell you better about America than me. I'm from Liberia. Yeah. Yeah. So, but Connecticut is where my university is. Huh? Yeah. What's your name? Okay. But first, I want to hear your name. Liz. Okay, Liz. One day. So university is not like high school. Here, what time do you people go to school in the morning? 30 past 8. Okay. So you go to school 30 past 8 and then you are there till when? Very long. Sometimes you get tired. You're like, yeah. Yeah, you're like, this teacher talks too much. You want to go home. I need to call my friend. Right? Yeah. College is not like that. College, you take courses. I mean, in Liberia, it's the same thing. Liberia, I used to be angry. I enter class. Why are you late? Because I needed to eat food. Right? But when you enter college, it's different. College is you do classes, and sometimes your classes fall on different times, right? So, for example, my first year, in college, it was COVID, so it was on Zoom. But then you have like 50 minutes class, and most of them are like seminars. So what seminars is mean, like you enter a small class of like 14 people. The teacher is there, the professor is there. You sit around a table and you discuss with each other. That's America. Liberia, you see the way I'm talking to you? That's the same way. The professor or teacher come in the class. Bra, 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 bra. Bye. Go home. You get tired. You're like, oh my gosh. Then you come again. Is it the same thing here? Huh? No. They allow you to talk, right? You ask questions, right? Do you
You can't talk, then they get angry.
Yes! This is the man I want to hear. They get angry if you talk, huh?
Yes.
But don't stop talking.
No.
Exactly. Give me high five. Let's go. Right? So that is what I'm talking about, right? So don't stop talking. If you talk, the professor like, don't talk, know that you are saying the what? The right thing. Because if you're saying the right thing, they will say, shut up. You'll be like, oh, it looks like I just hit the spot. Okay, this thing I'm saying is interesting. That's why she wants me to shut up, or he wants me to shut up. I am not going to shut up. That is why all of us here, that's what we do in our work. When people say, don't do this, we say, oh, you don't want me to do this. Now I'm going to do it. Good. So you should keep talking, huh? Keep talking. Don't stop. Who has another question? Yes, sir.
You went from Liberia to America.
Yeah.
To study.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why was that important for you?
Good question. Why leave your home to go somewhere else? Right? When I could have gone to school in Liberia, right? Muhammad's story and I is sort of similar. Me, I was born during the Civil War in my country, right? And in my country, I was born, my father was killed when I was 2, right? I still have things about guns, right? So Muhammad left his country because of the conflict, right? If before that conflict, Muhammad would have been home doing all this work, but it's something that makes you leave home. So the reason I left Liberia, now there is no more war in Liberia. There is no more war in Liberia, right? But the system was broken. When war comes, the boom, boop, 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 boop. They take all the guns. You see what Israel is doing in Gaza? You people follow the news. I know people don't want to talk about it, but we should talk about it because that's a fact. If you want to destroy people, the first thing you do is destroy the education system, right? That's how you keep people under. You suppress them, you destroy the education, then they don't have a mind to think. So in my country, we had war. All the schools were destroyed. So I finished high school. Is there anybody who was 14 here? 14 years old? 14. Good. I finished high school when I was 14. Yeah, I was 14. And when I did high school, is that too young? Too young. What time people finish high school here? 18? 17, 18. Yeah. So me, I skipped. I was like, I'm gonna run, right? Because I wanted to be an activist. So I went to school, graduated. When I graduated from high school, I was still young. I said, I don't want to go to school when I'm young. I want to go to school when I'm 18. So I didn't go to college. I didn't even go to college till I was 20, right? So after I graduated 14, I did activism, move around, read children's law for Liberia, all of that, right? So then I go to the U.S. And the reason I went to the U.S. is because the kind of education I wanted was not provided in Liberia. You see, you people are lucky. You are in the Netherlands, has one of the best education system, so you don't have to leave. If you leave, you want to go visit America, right? You go there for vacation. I met someone yesterday. The person said, I'm going to America in the summer. I was like, yay! Right? But people like us, we have to leave. So that's why, to answer the question, I left because the system in America is very tough. It's very challenging. But first, I haven't told this. I applied first to go to India. I applied to IIT. I wanted to do math and physics there.
Very tough.
IIT.
Personally saying it's very tough to crack IIT.
IIT is tough than Leiden or Harvard in the US or even where I go to school now, Yale. But then when I applied to IIT in India, I was denied. They're like, we don't want you. Your grades were too low. I was like, you know what? I will go and try in America. America was like, come, we want you. Right? So that's how I ended up in America. But the reason I'm there is I really wanted to understand. I'm interested in government and politics, so I want to understand how laws work, right? When I'm doing my thesis on the American something called the Federalist Papers, right? The American Founding Fathers, and I'm trying to link that idea of democracy, freedom, equality for all to Liberia, to the African context. Does that answer the question? Yeah. Okay, yes. Let's go back to the activist. This man is already an activist. You say I ask my questions. Mm-hmm.
You learned much of this when you were low school?
I'm not in law school yet. Oh, you said lower school?
Yes.
You're lower school. Okay, so like primary school, right? Yes. Good. So I went to primary school when I was 9. Yeah. I was 9 years old. I was very old, right? So one thing I love to do is to read. How do you say read in Dutch? Lezen. I used to love to lezen. Read plenty books, right? One of the people I read when I was small, have you guys heard about Baruch Spinoza? Spinoza. Huh? Am I saying it wrong? You don't know Spinoza? Okay. Which other Dutch person do I know? Have you guys heard about Van der Waals? Okay. No worries. It's fine. You want to come in?
Yeah. Sorry for interrupting you, Kita, but it was a pleasure talking to you guys. We'll just wrap it up real quick because we have the next batch. But please check out the State of Youth. All of our information is in it. And back to your question about education, there's many other resources that can teach you about a lot of other things.
How do they get the stamp?
Yes. Avinash, how do they get the stamp? Yeah, they have the papers for the stamps. Yeah, to win the prize. Okay. Yeah, you get it outside. Yeah. Thank you. Have a great day.
So I am Om Prakash from India. You heard about India, the country of somewhere in the world? You know which continent? In Australia, US, Africa, where the India? You know? Asia. Asia. Asia, huh? Yeah? With chicken is good from there. Ah. But I never eat meat and chicken and eggs. I'm pure vegetarian. Many in Indian people, they not eat eggs. They not eat meat. So they eat only leaves and seeds. Only the pure vegetarian. So I am one of them. Yeah. So yeah. And India is very big country. There is a different language, 18 officially language, and there different food, different culture. Yeah. So I'm from India. Understand? Are you getting me? And I won International Children's Peace Prize in 2006 for the promoting child rights in India and eradicating child labor. Because so many kids in India still child slavery. They do not go to school. They work, continue like 14 hours, 15 hours, 17 hours, continue, and they not go to school. They're not allowed. So I was also child slave. One of Indian guy, he rescued me. So he get Nobel Peace Prize in 2014, Kailash with Malala. So in 2014 he got Nobel Peace Prize. So he rescued me. He bring to me in a shelter home. I growing up there. And now it's last 5 years ago I opened and I started my own organization. It's called Pathshala. So Pathshala is like a kindergarten school for the children. So children who not attend school or who not go to school, who have the problem, so we are supporting to them attend school and call them in our center. So we are teaching them everything for them: English, mathematics, many other things, dancing, singing, computer, many things. So they learn there. And also I'm working for the children who are slavery, doing different areas. So we rescue those children from the, and also so many girls they trafficked by the from different part of India and then put them in a red light areas. So we are identify those girls, young girls, and rescue from there and reunite with their families. Some of the girls like age of like 17, 18, they not go to school because their age is so high. So we train them like skill trainings, like stitching, also like cooking food, so they can get job and they survive their life good. So I'm doing this work in India. Yeah, thank you. Listen to me. So he's Muhammad. Yeah.
Thank you, I think I won't introduce myself, but I will ask everyone to stand up. Stand up. Yeah, stand up. And who don't understand Dutch, who don't understand English, sorry, you can just tell us. And I want everyone to take a deep breath. Deep breath. And inhale, okay? Okay. Well, I'll introduce myself a little bit just for the next activity. My name is Muhammad. I don't know if you guys know. I come from Syria. In Syria, we have a very famous dance. Who knows what's the famous dance that we have in Syria? Or in the Middle East? No? No one knows the dance? Okay, it's belly dancing. Belly dancing. Belly dancing is a very famous dance in Syria. Belly dancing is where we shake our hips and we just shake it like this. So now we're all gonna belly dance a little bit, okay? Ready? Exactly. Yeah, you can come here next to me. Come. No, come. Now you brought it. Come. Okay, who's brave enough to come next to me and dance? I hear Kita is saying yes. Come on. Yalla, come on. Yalla. Ready? Yalla. All of us together. Ready? But all of you too. I'm watching. Okay? 1. Yalla, 1, 2, 3. Yalla, more. You can just shake your shoulder. More. Yalla. No, you need to do it. Come on. Okay, thank you. Now there's one other thing that also we do in Syria. Who can guess? It's a sound. Eat, of course, we love eating. We don't eat only bread like in the Netherlands. We eat many other things as well. You can translate that. Yeah, but there's one more things that we do in Syria that I want you all to try to do with me, okay? It's a sound that we make. Which one? It's a sound that we make. Exactly. And how do we do it? Do you know how to do it? No? We do. Yalla. You all gotta try now. Yalla. You know. Exactly. Yalla. Again. All together. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. Now that you guys know that this is fun, this is not a class, I'm not a teacher, is not a teacher, Barwani, who's gonna come talk to you, is not a teacher, so we can relax, you guys can ask us anything, you can stand and do the whenever you want. I will do it if I see you guys getting bored as well. If you hear me in the background doing it, I'll be doing it. And if anyone also does something, talk to their friend while someone else is talking, they're gonna have to come, stand here and shake their hips. But this is not a class, because you don't shake your hips in class. Yeah? Agreed? Okay. This is a very short presentation today that my friend Barwani will lead as well, that is just going to ask you a little bit of questions, and we're going to talk about the topic of education. Not only school education, but education in general. As presented, he built a school for kids who were child slaves. So he's extremely experienced on the topic of education. Barwani himself can introduce himself. I don't want to speak on the people's behalf. I myself also built a school for Syrian refugee children in Lebanon. So we're professionals when it comes to education, the big education, not just school, but education in everything. Education, whether it's in dancing or in the lili. So you can ask whatever you want, okay? Good? Agreed? I need thumbs up to see if you understand. Thumbs up. Yeah. And whenever you don't understand what we are saying, tell us, and your amazing, beautiful teacher will help us translate. Yes? Yeah. Good luck, everyone.
Okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Take this one. Yeah, okay. Yes. We are going to be a little bit quick, and I'm sorry with my English as well, because I'm Congolese, and Congo we speak almost like 400 languages and also French, so English is like my fourth language. I won the prize in 2009 when I was a refugee in Tanzania, and the reason why I won the prize is because I was advocating for children who were refugees in the camps in Tanzania and East Africa. So that's why I won the prize. So we are going to be very quick with the questions, and I will also ask you to be a little bit active, because this is about you guys, because we're just facilitating, and then at the end of the day, it's for your benefits. So it will help you. Help me out too. More? Help me out too. I'm not... The next one? This one.
Yeah, this is the next one.
Okay. We have a question there. Oh, they don't have access. They can just go to the book. Okay.
You guys can scan the QR code.
Yeah.
You can answer
The question, yes.
and then discussion about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So the question is, can you make a difference without education or a proper form of education? Yeah. Can you make any difference in people's lives, in your community or in your country, without education or without any form of education, or any proper form of education? Without education or any proper form of education? Is that yes or no? Okay, let's do it in 30 seconds.
you guys are done, gives us thumbs up.
You all done? Okay, so okay, most of you says you can make a difference without education or any proper form of education, right? So I'm going to change this question to another way so that you can also understand it is very well, okay? Do you all know how to write and read? You know you know how to read and write, right? How did you do that? How did it happen? Because you can read and you can write now. So how? What happened for you to be able to know how to read and write? Okay? Okay. This is the thank you for the answer. The next one is the does that make a difference to go to school and learn that? It makes, yeah, to wake up every morning and take a bath, you go to school and then you learn. Now you know to read and write. Does that make any difference? The answer is yes. And then when you go back to our actual answer, it's going to be different for what you said before, because we are going to find out that it is very important and you have to make a difference while you are educated. Because without being educated, you are going to face some of the challenges which will make you fail to achieve or not even to get closer to what you want to do. So, to be honest with you as a student, it is very important to be educated, because once you're educated, you know how to survive in different ways of life. You can go anywhere and you can do anything with education. But without education, you can do something but not fully or properly. So without education, you can do some of the stuff, but not in a very proper way, or not in very the way which you're supposed to do when you're educated. So because you are going to school, so you should take that opportunity very seriously, because it's going to help you in the future. If you read internationally, those who participate to change the world were educated. They were able to transform their education into actions in order to bring the change that we always speak about every day, and we learn about them. We have people like Martin Luther King, we have people like Nelson Mandela, we have people like Mahatma Gandhi. These people were able to do all of these things because they went to school and then they took the school very seriously. Okay? Now I move to the next question. How does education contribute to the sustainable?
We can rephrase it.
Yeah.
How does education help in making change, helping others? You know?
Draagt school bij aan het helpen bij anderen? Dus hoe kan jij door school anderen helpen? Giving advice.
If you would like to tell us your answers, we prefer that.
Yeah.
You know? We just made this
Yeah.
interactive because people are shy.
Ik wil het wel vertalen.
You don't know?
What did the answer?
He doesn't know.
Doesn't know. Okay.
Okay.
Dani said giving advice.
Huh?
Giving advice.
Giving advice.
Giving advice.
Okay.
Yeah?
Teach you a lot. Yes. The next one.
Do you guys have any other thoughts? How can
Education.
helps other people? How can you teaching others helps? Like, for example, if your classmate misses a class and he doesn't know what happened, don't you guys call your classmate and tell them what he missed or what she missed. You know, don't you help each other in class? If you don't understand an idea, don't you help each other?
Help je elkaar in de klas.
And how do you feel when you help your friend?
Hoe voelt dat, jongens?
Huh? You feel good. And when your friend help you, how do you feel? Why do you feel good? Exactly. Because you help friends learn something that they don't know. That's beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
You were able to share an idea with your friend and that friend grew, learned something new because of you. You know? And you feel good because you achieved that. So that's why education is important. That's why your teachers probably love their job. Because they get to teach others. They get for you to grow and to learn about life. And you can do that to your friends and to other people as well.
Yeah, in addition to that is that I'll give you a little story about me. I'm not good in math. I don't like math. So when I was in primary school and high school, I all make sure that I'm sitting next to someone who's good in math. The issue was not to cheat, like to copy what he's doing, but the issue was to create a relationship with that person so that he helps me out of school how to get good marks when I'm doing math. So if I was able to get 60% in math or 70% or 55%, it is because of their contribution. So they was helping me. My colleagues were helping me. So I am in a situation where I have to depend on someone to support me to get what I want to do. So education, once you're educated, you are in a good position to advise someone, as you said, to be able to explain about things that are happening in the world freely and with confidence, but also can participate to change things and bring peace in the world because of what you learn to school. Because there are people who are in prisons, and then when they get out of prisons, and there are civil wars going on in Africa and Asia, all over the world, through their education, they were able to reunite people, and everything will come to an end. So with the education, you have a good gun to use to reunite people and bring peace between people or tribes, even nationalities. Okay? So I hope we're on the same page. Let's move to the next one. Okay, the question is, how can young change makers contribute to the education of other young people? For example, you and us, what can you do to your fellow students where you came from, to your schools?
Hoe kunnen jullie mensen helpen om beter te worden? Ja, wanneer hoe jij ervoor kan zorgen dat iemand het klas beter wordt.
Yeah. Yeah, because you are here now, some of your colleagues are not here with you. So they are not able to learn what you are doing now. So how can you use what you just learned now or here to go and contribute to them or tell them? Okay. Supporting them on the homework? Yeah. So advise them when they feel like, I don't want to continue with school. Like, if you want to be someone who's successful in the world or anywhere, you have to be educated. Because there are some of your colleagues who are like, I don't want to study. I just want to sit at home and sleep and eat. You say, no, I went to the workshop. They say the education is very important. So we have to go to school and learn. That's the more thing that we have to do. Because I believe, in my position, in our position, we all went to school and we all want to continue with school studies. Because we know how important it is. So if you have to make the difference in the world, first of all, as I said earlier, you must make sure that you are educated. So what you have just learned now, you take it to your colleagues and tell them, hey, let's wake up early, let's do our assignments or homework, and make sure that you get good grades. Okay. Now, last point, any questions? If you have any questions to me, to all of us, we are willing to respond. Any question? I don't know the age, but I say about mine. My age is 31 years old. I was born 15th of March 1993. 15 March 1993. Same year. Oh, okay. We share the same birthday.
Same birthday.
Very nice.
How old are you? How old are you?
34.
34.
He is 34.
Yeah, I'm 23.
Kez, how old are you? Kez is 25. Yeah.
Do you guys have any other questions?
Ze zeggen wel dat het belangrijk school is, hè jongens? Ja. Waarom volgens de school zo belangrijk dan? Weet je dat?
I'm not a qualified teacher, but I'm a facilitator. So I facilitate children's like your age. But I'm also a student. No, they did, but I was only advocating for the children to go to school, to have a right to education, to have a right to health, and other right to play and other important rights. Yeah.
I run a school. You want to see my school in India? No? Very growing up temple. If you come to a tour, you travel India. I want to see that.
You want
It's good school there is.
It's fine.
You will have money.
So hot actually.
Okay. Another question?
But Barwani did the right.
I have pictures, lot of. Do you want to see? Yeah.
Yeah, he will show you the pictures, I think.
Yeah.
After that. Yeah.
But I think let's just, but just the last thing. Yeah. But sorry, guys, if I can get your attention for one last thing. The reason why you're here today is for a project that Kids Rights has launched. Kids Rights is a Dutch organization, and they launched something called the State of Youth. The State of Youth is an initiative to gather and to organize young people such as yourself in order to learn about activism, to learn about the issues around the world, such as children's access to education. Yeah. Yeah, such as children access to education. So please, if you're interested about learning about things that you might not tackle in school, you can scan the QR code for Dutch or for English, so you can learn more about the State of Youth and possibly join it. There's a chapter here in Amsterdam where they do a lot of other activities similar to this one, maybe a little bit more fun as well, that you can join. Yeah? And now if you have any personal questions to Barwani, you want to see photos, everything, you're free to go. We're done for today. Thank you very much.